Hey everybody, my name is Lisa and I'm the Crafty Goddess. Hello and welcome. For those of you who are new, thanks for dropping in. For those who are return visiting, thanks for stopping by. I I screwed up. In case you didn't guess by the title of this video, I screwed up. It wasn't a big screw up. It was kind of a funny screw up. I have been made aware of something in the Yarny community called No Buy November. I don't know who came up with it or what the original purpose was, but to me it sounded like a great idea to save money. Not like I have any other choice right now. Not working, not having any other income, and kind of living by whatever means I can get my grubby paws on. Yeah. It seemed like a great idea to refocus my focus, shall we say, to pay attention to the stash that I already have and work with that, which, I mean, who would have thunk it, right? I have all this wonderful fiber to work with. Why am I not doing this? So, it sounded like a great idea. Sorry, I just want to mention it, Justin, right there. Yeah, there's the boxes I have to send out. As soon as I will be drawing names for those, don't worry. But yeah, I thought it was a great initiative. I could save some money. I can, you know, try and dig up stuff. And I have been doing that quite diligently. I've been rebuilding my stock with fiber that I already have, yarn that I purchased that I don't remember purchasing. I've been working on long wrist warmers that cover most or at least part of the forearm that have the thumb hole and everything. They're like fingerless, right? So I've been diving into my stash to use yarns for that so I didn't have to go shopping. um, I've come up with some really pretty yarns that I don't remember buying, but work wonderfully for that purpose. So I thought I was home free. And then I was working away on a project that I started last month, I think. No, I bought the yarn for it, sorry, before the end of October. Which, again, I don't remember. It was probably one of those trips I looked into Michael's for some cheap Halloween stuff, saw this yarn, went, oh, pretty, and grabbed it, threw it in the bag. And I started working on it not too long ago. It's one of the Karen cinnamon swirl cakes. I can't show you the whole cake because I already started on the project, but it was the last ball of the colorway jam that they had at my local store. I'm using it to knit one of the Granny Square crochet, like the cocoon sweaters. So this is what I've got worked on it so far. I love this colorway so much. It's so, so pretty. And I'm using a size 5. You know what? I don't even know if I have any of the cinnamon swirls yarn. I know, or like the whole cakes with the ball band, but I know it calls for a size 5mm crochet hook. And I was using that, and then I realized that the one that I usually use, which is a metal hook, I don't know, it just felt like my hands were starting to hurt, and I never had that before. I usually love the aluminum hooks. I didn't have a problem before, but I remembered when I started using I went to buy a size 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, and the only one that was available that I saw that I liked was the Prim ergonomic hook, which I have here. It is a US, is it 8? No, not an H. I'm no good with this. I think it's a G. Anyway, and I like it because of the inline. Well, it's kind of an inline. My sister said it's kind of an inline. I like the longer throat, and it feels very hand-worthy. So I started using it. I really liked it. Well, let's be honest. I fell in love with it. So I thought I'll go to Michael's and see if they have one in a size 5 or an H. So went to Michael's. Well, first I conferred with my sister. Say, hey, I'm going to Michael's and maybe another store. We went up just going to Michael's. Well, at first, because I said I needed to pick up a crochet hook. She, I think, was looking for yarn for a crochet project. She's been making little crochet chickens, and it's a paid pattern. I don't remember the name of it. I'll see if I can edit it into the info down at the bottom eventually, but it's a really cute crochet pattern, and she's been crocheting them up by the ton. Her living room is currently being overrun with little stuffed crochet chickens, and they're the cutest. So I found this. Now, the regular price for the 5mm Prim ergonomic crochet hook is $9.99 Canadian. But here's the fun part. You know, better put this in because I know my husband's going to see it and go, you paid $10 for a crochet hook? No, I did not. Because right now, Michaels has a, or at least my Michaels, has a 40% off coupon for 40% off any regular priced item from now until, I want to say Monday. I think it's Monday, November 13th. I'll have to check that. Actually, I think I have the coupon here. Because when we walked into the store, we bumped into our friend Carrie, who works at Michael's. Okay, yep, here it is. Yes. 40% off. And it goes until tomorrow, Sunday the 12th. So I better get cracking if I need anything else. So I use that. So my sister was looking at different yarns, and I was looking at different yarns, and then I remembered there were a couple of YouTubers that were talking about their favorite value yarns and essential yarns, that sort of thing. I can't remember who the first one was. I was just kind of scrolling one night, just scrolling aimlessly, blah, blah. And the other one that I found that I promptly subscribed to was The Yarn Addict. Some of you might have heard of Juan, the Yarn Addict. Juan, the Yarn Enabler. I'm calling him the Juan-abler because thanks to him, I started looking at the Loops in Threads, what is it called? Soft Classics. Soft Classic yarn, which is 100% acrylic. I think Baby Crystal at Bago Day talked about it as well, but they had a big display of it. I've always been a fan of Loops and Threads value yarn anyway. I have told friends that I would rather take the Craft Smart yarn over the Loops and Threads Impeccable any day of the week. They're both worsted weight acrylic yarns, but to me the Craft Smart feels a little bit more malleable. It's a little bit softer and for me easier to work with. I mean, Impeccable has some beautiful shades. They've got quite the color range, but I don't like it. It just feels too stiff, right? And they're both, you know, worsted weights. They both take size 5. But I saw the video that Juan put up, and I remembered that he was talking about it quite enthusiastically, shall we say. So I bought 2 rolls, 2 skeins of the Loops and Threads Soft Classics. But now, okay, in my defense, Your Honor, the Loops and Threads Soft Classic yarn is $4.99 Canadian per skein, which is, in my opinion, a value yarn and it's, you know, very cost effective. The measurements are 354 yards or 324 meters, and they weigh 7 ounces or 198 grams. They are 100% acrylic. I just want to make sure they both have the same measurements. Yes. This colorway is called Periwinkle. I really like this colorway. This is so pretty. I like Juan. I do love purple. I love my purples. But this isn't, okay, the light's not really helping it here. I don't know if you can see this better or, anyway, it's one of my favorite shades. Okay, it shows off better here. I don't know why this light, anyway. I've always loved Periwinkle. I'm not a soft pastel gal, obviously, but this was really pretty. And then I thought, well, I'm going to need a yarn to go with this in case I want to make a shawl. And I was juggling back and forth between like a cream colored yarn and like an ice blue and this and that. And then I thought, well, I wonder how it would look with teal. I didn't find any teal that I liked, but I saw this. This is just gray. Just your basic gray yarn. And I think these two will make a really cute shawl project or something. I have a purpose for these. And plus, I also wanted to get them just to try them out for myself to see how I like them. I can guarantee 100,000% that these are very soft. They are squishy. They do pass the squish test. They are definitely, you know, as Crystal would say, they are scarfable. As I would say, they are very squish worthy. And I really, as soon as I picked them up, I was like, ooh, this is nice. Are they comparable to, say, Bernat Super Saver? Maybe. I find Bernat Super Saver to be okay. Maybe not as soft as the Loops and Threads Soft Classics. Still a good yarn, but maybe in the future I'll do my own video in regards to my favorite value yarns, whatever. But I couldn't resist. These were $5 each. I mean, come on. I had to. And then, of course, because they were still selling off Halloween stuff super cheap, I'm not, this is me we're talking about here. I had to get these. Now, they did have other assorted ornaments for Halloween trees, that sort of thing, but this was the last one that had the bats, and I had to get them because bats, right? The regular price on these were $16.99 Canadian, which I think is ridiculous, but the Halloween stuff was 70% off, so it came out to like $5 and change. I wasn't going to pay $17 for 8 little trinkets. And in case anybody's wondering, yes, they might wind up on my Christmas tree, or at least one of them. We have 2 trees. I think we have like the green, traditional green tree, and then like a black tree with really cool ornaments and stuff. So, yeah. So that happened. And then, now, I'm not throwing my sister under the bus by any means. I am not solely blaming her for my irrational behavior in regards to breaking the No Buy November rules, well, mandate, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to sound like I'm blaming her. I think we are each other's biggest enablers in terms of buying yarn and craft materials. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that there were some YouTube influences as well. You can just guess who they are. So our original point, we went into Walmart because it was part of the Smart Center thing. There's the Michaels and then the Walmart just across the way. So we went into Walmart just to get some refreshments. And my sister said, hey, let's look at the yarn. Okay. We knew this was bad news. I wouldn't say it was bad news, but we just wanted to compare because our Walmart started recently carrying the Mainstay yarns, which is the Walmart brand yarn. Pardon me, I'm going to take a sip of this refreshing beverage. So, yeah. Went in to check out Mainstay yarn. Comparable to Red Heart. I was going to buy some, but I thought, you know, I'll wait till there's maybe a project that I like that I can pick up some and play with, whatever. As I said, I'm kind of gathering ideas for a future video on my favorite value yarns, or like compare and contrast, that sort of thing. And then we saw, because we've been seeing this yarn on a few other videos from YouTubers in the States, I personally here in Canada haven't seen as much of this yarn. I've seen like maybe 1 or 2 cakes of like different colorways, but my sister and I saw a big box of the Caron Colorama Halo. There were, I think the only shades I've seen at my Walmart were like 2 different shades of blue, but there was a big box of it. They had different colors. There was like pinks, blues, purples, greens, grays, yellows, you name it. I can't remember what, I think my sister bought 2 blue ones. I think it was like a great rock blue, whatever. I can't remember the name of it. I had to get, because me and my purple and green, I know. When you fail, why not fail spectacularly? So I got this is called Rosemary Frost. I was thinking it would be like Emerald Frost or something, but it's not quite emerald. It does look more like an earthy green, which I really like. And I also got what's known as Lavender Frost. My sister promptly pulled up some ideas on Pinterest for different shawls and other knitting and crochet projects, and there were some people that were mixing and matching. Like, these look pretty good. If I could, because they're good for, they look like they would be good for color matching. If I got 2 of the same color, they would be good for color matching, like say a small garment or whatever. But I thought with these 2, I could make a really pretty fancy lacy shawl, where maybe I start with the purple or the green, like start with one of the colors, go into the white, and then join with the white and go into the other color, that sort of thing. We saw several gazillion patterns like that on Pinterest. So she bought 2 of the same color. I ran back and swapped out one of the purples with the greens. So we'll see what happens. And these were actually listed at my local Walmart as a Black Friday special. I don't know what the regular retail cost of this is in my local Walmart. But, okay, here's a free pattern idea. Like, as soon as I saw that, I said, I'm going to go grab a green one. I'll be right back. Um, so these were listed as a Black Friday special at my Walmart for $8.97 a skein. I think they're regular. I suspect they may be regular price $11.99. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But of course, they're going to list this as a sale price because that's how much it probably would have cost 2-3 years ago. So, yeah. So I blew my no by November. Well, wait, what day is it? Yes, November 11th. It's Remembrance Day, lest we forget. And I obviously forgot to adhere to the no by November, but at least I made it to almost the middle of the month. Don't blame me. Don't hate me. I do plan on making something cool out of this, like a nice lacy shawl. I was actually thinking about taking a stab at the virus shawl. I've seen some tutorials on YouTube here that make it look somewhat easy. I watched the one from Fiber Spider, and of course he always makes it look fun, and he encourages you to take a break and don't forget to breathe. And then I saw another one. I believe the name of the YouTube channel is called The Snugglery. That's where I started getting ideas for some of my crocheted and knit cocoon sweaters. But she's also got a tutorial, words, oh my gosh, for the virus shawl, and she breaks it down really easy. So I'm gonna see if I can try and follow that. If anybody out there has done the virus shawl, feel free to send me some tips and tricks on how I can plow through this without crying or swearing, because it looks intricate, it looks fun, but I'm pretty sure it might trip me up. And my sister said it does eat a lot of yarn because there's a lot of double crochets, especially with the increases, that sort of thing. So yeah, this was my failed attempt at a no by November. That's why it says I screwed up. But to be fair, I didn't exceed it. I think I only spent $25 at Michael's, and then I just bought those 2 cakes of yarn at Walmart, so that was not even $20. So not even $50 on craft supplies today. I know. And the items that I'm making from this, I will be selling at markets anyway, so it's not like I won't be getting my money back, I hope. But yeah, I hang my head in shame. Whatever. Tomorrow's a new day, but I thought it was funny anyway. So that was my adventures in trying to maintain a no by November and failing miserably. Oh gosh, if you like this video, please give this a thumbs up. I appreciate any and all the positive feedback. If you haven't done so already, please go down here and click subscribe and hit the notification bell as well to keep you updated on future videos that I'll be posting. And feel free to drop in a comment down below. As I said, if anybody has thrashed out the virus shawl, let me know what I'm in store for. If anybody else has failed to meet their no by November requirements. I think it's funny, but whatever, that's just me. And the contest, yes, it is still on. I have seen a lot of comments in my last video. Thank you so much. Everybody's being entered into the draw, and I will be drawing that name. I will be drawing 2 names on Monday, November the 13th. The cutoff for my contest, where I'm giving away these 2 boxes of yarn, is tomorrow. That's November 12th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. It is not too late. If you haven't done so already, please feel free. You can jump in even with this video and drop in your comments on what you're working on. Those are the only true requirements I have. Be a subscriber, let me know what you're working on, and that's it. So I will see you all on Monday when I have 2 names drawn, or I will be drawing 2 names rather, and we'll find out where these are going to go. Anyway, oh yes, and just to reiterate, the contest is open to residents of the United States and Canada only until I figured out a cost-effective and time-effective method of shipping to across the pond. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble and not berating me for failing to meet the target. Stay safe, keep making cool stuff, and we will talk again very soon. All right, take care. Bye.